Your boy is in the big leagues. Wow. Tell me your reaction to that.
Oh, beyond, just I get goosebumps now just thinking about it. And he made his debut in Denver at Coors Field, and one of my favorite places to play. Why wouldn't you, as a hitter,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
But just seeing him in a big league uniform and getting out there and shagging during batting practice, it was a dream come true. It really was.
Griffin, we see you with some highlights here. You're rocking, looks like number 56. You're going to be wearing a different number this year. Tell us about it.
Yeah, 18. I think a great number for the Conine family. I'm trying to keep it going. I think I believe I wore it maybe in travel ball when I was younger, and then mostly I was number 9 through high school, college. But Xavier was the same thing. He wore 9 his whole life, and he locked that one up. But I think after 9, 18 was my first choice. I've always loved it, and just gonna keep the legacy going.
Griffin, you were a second-round draft pick in 2018. Your dad was a 58th round draft pick. They don't even have that round. I'm wondering if you can, are you able? I'm sure you are, but just tell us about the appreciation you have when you think about your dad's journey to the big leagues.
Yeah, 100%. I think I always get the same look when people that don't know ask me, "Hey, well, when was your dad drafted?" And I say, "Me? Oh, overall?" And they said, "No, round." And they just can't believe it. I think mostly because the draft has been 40 rounds for a long time, and
Now it's down to 20.
Now it's down to 20. But I think it just speaks to the grind that minor league baseball is, and anyone can figure it out and make it up. And I think it's harder to do that today, just with the way the game is. But it's definitely cool to have that kind of pedigree and just know that someone did it before me and that I could do it too.
Jeff, what did you think when Griffin told you that he was going to be wearing your number?
Goosebumps again. To be honored like that by your son that's dedicated his whole life to get to the big leagues and make it his craft, and to be able to be a part of that journey is just it's beyond words how special that is.
Hey, so Jeff, both of you guys, I want to ask you a little bit about hitting, about baseball. So left-handed hitter, Jeff, did you put him on the left side, or how did that come about?
Well, whenever he decided he wanted to pick up a bat, I put the bat in his hand and he went like this, and I'm like, "Thank you, my job is done." And I tossed him a ball and he threw it right-handed. I'm like, perfect. I mean, I'm not trying to change anything.
I love it. And so Griffin, when you started hitting and you started getting to that point where it's like more than just trying to make contact, started learning things, and I'm sure Dad probably threw to you a lot. What were some of the foundational principles that Dad may have instilled in you guys talked about when it came to hitting?
Yeah, it's definitely
Excuse me.
I mean, foot down was a big one. Just being ready to hit. I think kind of like I always had my hands pretty high, and then I actually they ended up getting lower a few years back, and I think that was kind of one of the differences. Last year was kind of going back to having them high up, and just that was how I swung growing up. It's kind of going back to your roots and figuring out, there's a reason why that's how I swung my whole life in college. It's comfortable for me, and I think that was a big part of having success last year, was going to just something that was more comfortable and natural for me, and working from there.
Well, you'll have a lot of hitting coaches in your life the rest of the way, but that guy sitting next to you is going to be the greatest hitting coach you'll ever have. He's known you forever, so make sure you stay in touch with that. Call him up, Pops, I'm scuffling, what do you see? Because he's not only a great hitter, but he's a guy who knows your path.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That's important, so I wanted to get that in. Hey, spring training around the corner, Griffin. What are you excited about?
I'm excited for a lot of things. I think it's my first one as a big leaguer. So last year was first big league camp period. So that was kind of a whirlwind in itself, and was just trying to find my way and get comfortable and do all the right things as a non-roster invite. And I think this year will be a little different going in, and just all the guys. There'll be a lot of new faces to learn and a lot of new relationships to cultivate. But excited just to see everyone, and I know everyone's excited to get back, so I'm looking forward to it.
Well, Jeff and Griffin, we appreciate you joining us this morning. Enjoy the rest of the off season, and I'm sure we'll be seeing you very soon when spring training opens there for the Miami Marlins. Thanks again, guys.
Appreciate it, guys.
Great seeing you both. Jeff, great seeing you, buddy.
No, that was great. Jeff and
Take
Griffin
care.
Conine joining us here on Hot Stove.